Here we're gonna solve this. Adam and Betty purchased the printer together for $258. If Adam paid $18 less than twice Betty, how much money did Adam pay for the printer? Paid $18 less than twice what Betty paid. So if, let's say, Betty paid X, okay, so what Adam paid twice X but 18 less than it is what Adam paid. Let's call what Adam paid Y. Paid 18 twice less than what Betty paid. So what we're just gonna do, if you know that if you add what X plus Y, it will also give you 258 because they paid for it. So we're gonna arrange this other equation to conform to, so we're gonna do a 2x here, 2x minus y, move it to the inside and move the other one, will give you 18. So let's we're gonna subtract this, or we're gonna add it. Let's add it. When we add it, we'll eliminate the y. Remember, this is what Betsy paid, and this is what Adam actually paid. So we'll still find a way to get y here. So let's do x plus 2x will give you 3x, and the other y minus y is gone. 258 plus 18, that will give you 276. So x will be, this is what Betsy paid, will be 276 divided by 3, which is 92. She paid $92. Since she paid $92, it said how much money did Adam pay for the printer? This might surprise you. So we just simply insert it into the next one. So 92 plus y equal to 258. So we simply do 258 minus 92, which is 166. He actually paid $166. Okay, so just insert your 92 in here and get your 166. Alright, that's question number 1. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 2 says that 28 tables for customers at Mesa Grill restaurant. So we have 28 tables for a restaurant. The tables are either 2-seat tables or 4-seat tables. So we have 2 and we have 4. So when all the tables full, there will be 90 customers in the restaurant. How many 2-seat tables are at the restaurant? Quite simple. Since there are 28 tables and you can only divide it by 2 or by 4, so let's say 2x, okay, 2x plus 4y, say 2, because x is the number of 2-seater table, while y is the number of 4-seater table. Okay, when you add them together, you get 28 tables in total. But now they said that there will be 90 customers in the restaurant. So if you go back, delete before here. Alright, so if we say 2x plus 4y, what are we actually trying to get? We're actually saying that 2 persons to sit on a multiplied by the like a 2-seater table multiplied by x, like those are the number of chairs. Okay, the number of 2-seater table, the number of seated. Alright, start again. What we're saying here is 2x twice the number of 2-seater table, like how many seater table 2-seater tables are there. X is the number of 2-seat tables. So 2 persons can only sit here, and then 4 persons can only sit in the number of 4-seat tables. So when you multiply that, you'll be having 90, because it said when it's completely full it's 90. But yet we know that the number of 2-seat tables plus the number of 4-seat tables will give you 28. So there are two equations we're making here. So that's what we want to do. So we're going to solve this by we can solve this by elimination. We can solve this anyhow we want to solve it. So let's just make x equal to 28 minus y. Let's drop it here. So that's 2 into 28 minus y plus 4y. Replacing it right using elimination and substitution method, equal to 90. So 2 times 28 will give you 56 minus 2y plus 4y equal to 90. So we this will give you 2y here, minus 2 plus 4 is 2y equal to 90 minus 56. 90 minus 56 will give you 34, and if you get y, it will be 17. Y is 17. Now they're asking how many 2-seat tables are at the restaurant. That's y is not the 2-seat table. Y is not the 2-seat table. So if you have 17 as y, remember x plus y is 28. So we just simply do 28 minus 17. That will give us 11. So there are actually 11 2-seater tables at the restaurant. So we have number 3 here. In a basketball, a field goal is either 2 or 3 points. In the college basketball tournament, Jim made 73 more 2-point field goals than 3-point field goals. If he scored a total of 216 goals in the tournament, how many 3-point field goals did he make? So in this, we only either have 2 or 3 points. So if Jim made 73 more 2 points, so let's say he made let's say that he made x number of 2-point goals, that's 2x, and he made y number of 3-point goals. Okay, now I said Jim made 73 more 2-point goals than 3-point field goals. So if you have 2x, if you say if you say x minus y, that's the number of goals here of 2-point goals he made, minus the number of 3-point goals he made, will give you 73. But he said he scored a total of 216 goals. So if we say 2x there, that's two field goals, the number of 2 field goals, 2-point goals, and that times x, which is the number of goals he made, plus 3 times the number of 3-point goals he made, so that's 3y, you will get 216. But yet the difference between the 2 points and the distance is 73. So we're gonna subtract. We can either use elimination or we use substitution, but I think substitution substitution will be better. So we're gonna have x equal to 73 minus plus y, 70 plus y. So we drop it in here. We have 2 into 73 plus y plus 3y equal to 216. So if I have 2 times 73 there, that'll give me 146. 2y plus 3y, that's 5y, equal to 216 minus 146. 146. So that'll give us 70. So having y equal to 70 over 5. So that's 14. So that's y. Remember that y is the number of 3-point goals he made. Okay, so that's 14. So he made 14 3-point field goals. So let's move to the next one. Alright, let's look at number 4. In a car dealership, all of the vehicles are either a sedan or an SUV. So we have a sedan, let's call a sedan here, and an SUV. If 36 sedans are sold and 36 SUVs are added, there will be an equal number of sedans and SUVs. Okay, so we have let's say the original amount is X. We have X number of sedans. Okay, and then we also had Y amount of SUVs. So looking at this, since there are X amount of sedans and there are Y amount of SUVs, and now you decide that you should sell off 36 of the sedans. So you say X minus 36. Okay, you want to sell X minus 36 sedans, and then you're going to add Y plus 36, because you are going to add 36. Now it says that there will be an equal number of X and Y. So if you say X equal to Y, if you do X minus Y, it will give you 0. So only when you add minus and add this, if you subtract them from each other, it will give you 0. After you have added and after you subtracted and added, subtracted to 36 to the sedans and added, so you have this X minus 36 minus Y plus 36 will give you 0. So let's do this. X minus 36 minus Y minus 36. So we have minus 36 minus 36. So we have X minus Y is equal to, you see that minus 36 minus 36 will give you 72 at this other side. So X minus Y will give you 72. And then also recall that we're having the second part of the question says if 8 SUVs are sold and 8 sedans are added, there will be twice as many sedans as SUV. So if you add X, so 8 sedans are added, so you're adding X plus 8 here, and you are having and 8 sedans are added, 8 SUVs are sold, so you're having Y minus. That means that you know, if something is twice, let's say 10 is twice 5. How do you know that 10 is twice 5? You can't. If you divide it, 10 divided by 5, that's when you know it's 2. So if I divide this, X plus 8 divided by Y minus 8, then I will have 2 as the answer. So let's keep it balanced. X plus 8 over Y minus 8 will give you 2. So carry Y minus 8 to multiply that side, and you have this. Okay, so it's the same thing as writing 2 here, same thing, equal to 0. So let's just go with it. So we have X plus 8 equal to 2Y minus 16. 2y minus 16. So let's arrange this. We have X minus 2y is equal to, X minus 2y equal to minus 16 minus 8. Minus 16 minus 8 is minus 24. Okay, so let's do this. So if you have this now, we're now looking for, look at the second equation, X minus Y equal to 72. X minus Y is equal to 72. How we solve this? We can eliminate this by doing X minus X. So you have minus 2 minus Y, that's minus 2 plus Y. Minus 2 plus Y will give you minus Y. And minus 24 minus 72. Minus 24 minus 72 will give you minus 96. So Y is 96. If Y is 96, let's go drop Y over here. So have X minus 96 will give you 72. So X there, that's the amount before it was being, before 36 SUVs were sold out. So X is 72 plus 96, and that is 168. Voila, we have our answer. So we have F5 here. At a coffee shop, a 16-ounce bag of coffee is on sale at $5.25, less than the regular price. So let's say that this is the regular price was X. Okay, so it was sold at let's say the price this was the regular price X. So the cost of 4 bags of coffee at regular price is the same as the cost of 6 bags of coffee at sale price. So let's say we have the regular price. Okay, let's say the original price was the regular price was at arrow. Okay, that's the regular price. So we're something like 5.25 less than the regular price. So we're selling at the 5.25. That's the sale. The price that they're selling to you is 5.25 less than the regular price. So they say that the 16 will cost 5.25 less. Okay, so the cost of 4 bags of coffee at regular price is the same as the cost of 6 bags of coffee at the sale price. So you say the cost of 4 bags of coffee, that's 4 times regular price is equal to 6 times the sale price. Let R be the regular price of coffee and S be the sale price of coffee. Show a following station can be used to find the values of variable R and S. They're not asking us to solve the question, they're just asking us to find which of them is correct. So we have one here, S equal to R minus 525 and 4R equal to 6X. So we have C as the answer there. Another question here, someone wants to rent a truck for 2 days and pay no more than $300. How far can he drive the truck if the truck rental costs $49 a day plus 0.40 a mile? So there's a relationship between the number of days and if there's a down payment for the number of days. So yeah, if 49 times the number of days times a certain number of days, let's say that's 2 days, okay, because that's 2 days he wants to use it, then 0.40 for every mile. So we're going to have 0.40 times the number of miles. Let's say that's X we're looking for, and he doesn't want to pay anything more than $300. So let's just say he pays $300. So $300 is equal to 0.40x plus 49 times 2. You see that all that 49 times 2 is 98. So 300 minus 98, and then you divide it by 0.40, and that will be equal to the mileage he can go. So that 300 minus 98 will give you 202. Divide that by 0.4, that will give you 505 miles. So he can drive for 505 miles. Let's look at question number 2. Question number 2 says Tim has 140 paperback and hardcover copies in his bookshelf. So Tim has 140 paperback and hardcover copies in his bookshelf. If the hardcover copies do not exceed 1/6 the number of paperback copies, so we're using this is less than or greater than issue. So 140 paperback and hardcover copies in his bookshelf. So 140 is for both paperback and hard copies. So we have paperback. Let's call paperback with P and H for hardcover. So that's it. If the hardcover copies do not exceed 1/6 the number of paperback copies, so we're having the hardcover it's less than, do not exceed, it's less than or equal to P. This is said 1/6 the number of paperback copies, so that's P over 6. Okay, and what is the minimum number of paperback copies in Tim's bookshelf? So if H is equal to is less than or equal to P over 6, you can just use the equal to sign there, P over 6. We're simply going to replace it there. 140 plus equal to P plus P over 6. Handling it old style, so 6 times P plus P. We have 140 equal to 6P plus P, that's 7P over 6. Move 6 to the other side. We have 140 times 6. 140 times 6 over 7. Alright, this may be a no calculator question and it will be easy for you to cut. 7 and 14 will give you 2. So you have 20 times 6, which is 120. Now 120 is the number of paperback. Okay, so the minimum number of paperback, because that's P. Minimum number of paperback copies in Tim's bookshelf is 120. Okay, so that's the minimum number. The maximum number of, because the maximum number of H is actually 120 over 6. So 120 divided by 6 is actually 20. So the maximum number you could have for hardcover copy is 20. So if that is it, if that's the maximum 120, then the minimum of the minimum of paperback is 120, since the maximum of hardcover is 20. Both of them will give you 140. So let's move on. It says the number of students in a geometry class is 4 the number of students in a Spanish class. So we have number of students in geometry class. Okay, number of students in a geometry class is 4/5. The number of students in a Spanish class. So geometry is 4/5. That's 4 Spanish over 5. That's it, 4/5 in a Spanish class. The total number of students in both classes does not exceed 54. So if we have G plus S is less than or equal to 54. So what is the greatest possible number of students in the Spanish class? So remember, we'll be using Germany. So since Germany is 4S over 5, we're trying to get S. So we drop 4S over 5 in here. We have 4S over 5 plus S is less than or equal to 54. So let's do that real quick. We have 5S plus 4S, that's 9S over 5 is equal to 54. It's less than or equal to 54. So we'll do that old style. Move S will be less than or equal to 54 over 5. 54 times 5 divided by 9. 54 and 9. This is a no calculator question. 54 divided by 9 will give you 6. So we have 30 there. So S is less than or equal to 30. They say what is the greatest number of students? It's like if S is less than or equal to 30, that means equal to 30. That's equal. So that's the greatest number. So let's move on to the next one. Question number 4. It says at a sporting goods store, Jay paid $172 for a pair of shoes and a pair of pants. The pants cost less than 2/3 of what the shoes cost. What is the minimum price of the shoes to the nearest dollar? So a pair of shoes and a pair of pants paid $172. So the pants cost less than 2/3 of what the shoe cost. So the pant is less than 2/3. That's 2 over 3. That's 2S over shoes. Okay, since it's less than 2/3 of what the shoes cost, 25 over S. What is the minimum price of the shoes to the nearest dollar? So if P is less than 2S over 3, that's 2/3. 2/3 of S. What's the minimum price of the shoes to the nearest dollar? So if P is less than 2S over 3, let's just imagine that it's equal to 2S over 3. Since it's less than this, so we're just going to replace P with over there. Remember, I'm trying to get the shoes. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Shoes plus 2S over 3 is equal to 172. Alright, so multiply 3D is 3s plus 2s, which is 5s over 3. 3 times s, 5s, 3s plus 2s, 5s over 3 is equal to 172. So we're gonna do 172 times 3 and then divided by 5. We're gonna be having $103.2. So now, if P is less than 2s over 3, 2/3 of the shoe, and we're saying that the shoe is about $103.2. Okay, and the P, if the price of the pair of shoes, of the pants rather, if the price of the pants is less than 103 times 2 divided by 3, which is about $68.8. Okay, so the minimum price there we're having for the shoes is 100. Since it's to the nearest dollar, we're having $103. So $103 since it's in there, because actually it's 103.2. So TY earns $14 an hour working on weekdays and $21 an hour working on weekends. So let's write that out. How can we write that out? If he wants to make at least $600 by working a total of 36 hours in a week, to the nearest hour, at least how many hours does he need to work on the weekend? So we know we have 7 days in a week, so he's working 14 hours on weekday, $14 per hour on weekdays, so he's having 14 times 5. Okay, because $14 per hour, okay, like $14 per hour, that's 14x, because that's the number of hours you work, times 5, because it's 5 days in a week. Okay, so that's how you work. Okay, plus $21 an hour on weekends. So here's $21. Remember, consider that it's 2 days for weekends, so $21. Let's call that say the same time, the same number of hours he wants to work, times y, times 2 days. Okay, it says if he wants to make at least $600 by working a total of 36 hours in a week to the nearest hour, at least how many hours does he need work on the weekends? So if he's working 600 by working a total of 36 hours in a week, so that says 36, we have 36 hours. He wants to make $600 because that's what he's this is what he's gonna earn, because if he's working a certain amount of hours per week, per day, this 14 times a certain number of hours per day times 5, and 21 times a certain number of hours per day times 2, that will give him 600. But we need to recalibrate this equation here, because if you look at this very well, if you have a $14 an hour on weekdays and $21 an hour working on weekends, okay, let's just make it a plain amount. Let's just say he's working 14, okay, by the number of hours he's working during the weekends, that's x. Okay, during the weekdays, that's x. Okay, let's just say he's doing that, and he'll add that to 21 that he wants to work, times the number of hours he wants to put in during the weekend. Let's call that number of hours y he wants to put in during the weekend. Okay, so we we know that he wants to make $600. So if you look at this, 14 by x, this is this part, this plus this like this, will give you $600. That's what he wants to make, because this is the money times the number of hours, because the money times the number of hours will give you a certain amount of money, which is $600. That's what he wants. But also, he wants to work only 36 hours. He wants to work a total of 36 hours. So we know that x plus y should give you 36. So we have formed two equations out of this. So at least how many hours does he need to work on the weekend? That's we're looking for y. So let's solve this. We can't use elimination here because that would be more tedious, so we'll just use substitution. So x equals 36 minus y. So I'm going to do 14 into 36 minus y. Plus 21y is equal to 600. Alright, so let's run this in. So we have 14 times 36 minus 14y. That's 504. 504 minus 14y plus 21y. It's equal to 600. So that will give you minus 14 plus 21 is 7 rather. Minus 14 plus 21 is 7. Okay, and we have 7y is equal to 600 minus 504. 600 minus 504 is 96. So we're going to divide y by 96. So you need 17, that's 13.7. Okay, so y is equal to 13.7. 13.7. You need 13.7 hours in the weekend he needs to work about 13.7 hours in the weekend. So it says to the nearest hour, 13.7 to the nearest hour is actually 14. So he need to work 14 hours. You need to work 14 hours weekends. Alright, so that is the end of our questions section. Let's give it. So you need to write the test now, test 5, and let's see what you do about it.